Insane Gamers bringing you another PBR friend battle. Today I'm fighting gar2134. He wanted a battle with me for quite a while, and my Wii has been acting up. It still isn't fixed, but I decided to chance it, and it worked out for the best. So I still don't trust it fully, though, but it worked well enough for this battle. So it's kind of funny that we both chose our Trickstorm teams to go against each other, so that was hilarious. So I didn't know who to choose because I didn't know who he was going to choose. I knew at least one of his water types was coming out, so Cacturn was a definite choice. But in the end, I just went for my typical shuckle setup with my sweeping shuckle there. So we are in the Lagoon Coliseum, surrounded by palm trees on a beautiful beach. And hey, it's Elf Woman. Okay. So he sends out his Lunatone and a Crowdont, and I send out my Lunatone and a Shuckle. So at this point, I thought I didn't know what to do because I didn't know what he was going to do. So I just went for the Trick Room, just to get it up there, because Shuckle needs his Trick Room to sweep. And I go for the Power Trick, which is, I guess, pretty standard if you've seen my other videos. So she goes for a Protect, and at this point I thought, oh no, she's going to set up a Trick Room too, so we're going to put it up and put it back down again. But no, luckily Lunatone goes for an Ice Beam, and poof, it does absolutely nothing to Shuckle. So Shuckle just kind of brushed that off and set up his Power Trick, and that's that. And there's my Trick Room. So now my Shuckle is super awesome. So I didn't know really what to do. I didn't know if Rock Slide would take down the Lunatone in one hit. So I decided to send out my Cacturn when I get around to it. I decided to switch out my Cacturn because I don't know why, but I just wanted to keep Lunatone around. And because Shuckle is a big target now that it's Power Tricked, I go for a Protect just to make sure it's safe during the switch. So she also switches out her Lunatone. Or he, rather. Sorry. He also switches out his Lunatone. I'm, getting mixed up because you have a female avatar there. And, I send in my Cacturn and I didn't pick up, well, Steelix, right. That was actually a pretty smart move. Because he probably thought there was a Rock Slide coming from Shuckle. So he sent in Steelix to take it. Unfortunately, that's not what I was doing. And he goes for a Crab Hammer, I guess hoping to take down Lunatone, but I switched out Lunatone to Cacturn, and Cacturn took it quite nicely. So now, I don't know really who's, you know, a larger threat. I thought that Steelix was probably a larger threat at the moment, just because it's slower than, well, it's slower than everything else, which means it'll go first in the Trick Room. So for some reason, he switches out his Crowdont, and sends in Octillery. And basically the Octillery just gets 1 KO'd by this Earthquake. I am kind of glad he did that, because I don't know if Earthquake would have killed the Crowdont. It probably would have, but if it hadn't, he could have Crab Hammered my Shuckle and killed it in one hit because of the Power Trick. Anyway, it almost 1 KOs the Steelix, so that was cool. And my own guy lives. Didn't get a crit on my own guy like I usually do. So he Flash Cannons me. It does basically nothing to Shuckle because Power Trick only affects physical defense. And Steelix goes down. It's pretty cool that he has a special Steelix, because you don't ever see special Steelixes because, well, it's a Steelix. So now he has no choice but to send in Lunatone and Crowdont, and I don't really think there's much he can do in a way of attacking me at this point, because the Trick Room is still up, and Shuckle is still faster than everything in the Trick Room. But, in any case, I just decided to go for a Sucker Punch on the Lunatone, on the off chance that Rock Slide didn't KO it. I was pretty sure that Rock Slide would KO the Crowdont, just because of the stab. So I go ahead and do that. And this right here, this really surprised me. My Sucker Punch 1 KO'd the Lunatone. So that really caught me off guard. I did not think I would be able to 1 KO that with a Sucker Punch, but I guess it has EVs in special attack and speed or something, because I fought this past the second time with a different, you know, team, and that Lunatone is pretty dang fast and powerful, so it's probably EV'd in speed and special attack. Anyway, Rock Slide takes down the Crowdont in one hit, and, well, that was a very good battle. That was basically a shuckle sweep. We always like to see shuckle sweeps, don't we? So, we had a couple other battles, and he won one as well, so, anyway, I'll see you next time with another PBR battle.